Anyways.
Okay. My left arm is very weak for some reason.
That's not good.
It feels like I lost like an arm wrestling match.
Ooh.
But I don't do such things.
Right.
Like, the only one here to arm wrestle is Hubby, and no.
Right.
Like, he has weight on me.
Right.
Not sure what's going on with that, but, you know.
Maybe I slept on it wrong. Who knows?
The world may never know.
Hello and welcome to the super happy fun Jabbertron Tea Party podcast with Kiki, Cupcake, Mish, and Vixen. Happy New Year in this the year of 2021. Did we all get kissed when the ball dropped? I hope not, since COVID-19 is still a thing. Enjoy the show.
So, before Vixen gets here, we watched, because she wasn't here for that,
Right.
Lupin the Third, the First.
Which was madness. Madness and blasphemy. I don't know.
It wasn't very
No, it was
blasphemous.
Right.
Very cute.
It had Nazis!
Well, I kind of sense a theme where Lupin tends to gather the cute girls who fall in love with the heart of gold interior under his thief exterior, and he has to, like, gracefully bow his way out of romantic entanglements. Like, you're cute, kid, but no.
Well, given that he's repeatedly stated he has eyes only for Fujiko, it's kind of hilarious.
I mean,
True.
who wouldn't?
Right.
I mean,
Get out of that drawer!
that chest. Do that.
Hang on.
And then Kiki threw a shoe. Well, not far off.
It was an empty
Cat's like,
pill
yeah?
bottle. Phantom!
It's like, what of it? What? Dog's like, whatever.
You want up, Ringo? Hang on, let me put my house in order for a sec.
Yeah,
Okay.
go kick the cat's ass. Yeah, dog's out. Yeah. Oh yeah, you think you're getting me? I'm out of here. Ha! You'll never catch me alive, copper. That cat knew exactly what was going on. That was hilarious. She, like, no more walked over there. That cat was out of that freaking that shelf, out of that drawer, and, like, at the end of the bed. That was the fastest that thing moved.
I just pulled that out of my ear.
Ow.
Okay. Sorry, you can't leave a drawer open or Phantom will get into it.
Right.
He's a little thief. Anyway, we were saying about Lupin?
Lupin is good.
Yes, I was good.
I'm
It did follow the cliche
Yeah.
plot that some of them have. Not all of them follow that plot, though.
Right.
Yeah.
He's got a similar plot to Arc, or what do you call it? Like they have a kind of a pre-built plot arc for Lupin stories, and he follows the same kind of plot arc that Indiana Jones does.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah,
not trying to.
thinking, like, watching
Right.
that going, this is basically the Lost Ark right here. It's like I'm watching the Lost Ark a la Lupin.
Right. I mean, not just because of the Nazis, but because he's like universally like he's a thief, but not like a thief in like the bad sense of the word.
Well, also because I was sitting there going like, oh, that you're getting to some sort of mystical machine / weapon / item, and
Right.
you have to maneuver your way through 3 different things, one of which literally is an quote-unquote invisible bridge over chasm.
Right.
Something that kills you, like cuts your head off or whatever, vaporizes you. So it's like Indy had to do the same things. He had to, he had to bow before the breath of God so he wouldn't get his head cut off. Then he had to go over the invisible bridge, and then there was a third thing before he finally got to the magical item.
Right.
So I was like, oh, look, hey, look at that.
It was more shocking they didn't play the those who failed to learn from history are doomed to repeat it with the only a historian would know that the Holy Grail would be just a regular wooden cup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
You know,
mean,
the Nazi goes-
they needed an archaeologist to, or whatever she was.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean,
Basically,
if
yeah,
you
she
think
was-
about it,
It's an
from, like, a
archaeologist or something
historical
along those
perspective.
lines.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you think about it from a historical perspective, that cup was not going to be something encrusted with jewels and made out of gold, etc. But
Right.
when you're a power hungry organization, you're going to sit there and go, well, if you're this powerful king of kings, you're going to have this jewel encrusted cup, obviously.
Right. But yeah, good movie. I liked the what's what I'm looking for, the translation of the Monkey Punch art style to 3D. Like, I
Good.
worried that it was gonna look funky, but it looked right. It looked correct for.
I wasn't
they're
the biggest fan of Fujiko's hair.
Yeah, but everybody does her hair different. Like, even like different storylines, her hair is like a little all over the place.
I didn't like her bangs, but that's a personal issue.
Right.
But other than that, everything was great.
Yeah, they've kind of been waffling on what her hairstyle should look like. Because I noticed that, like, if you look at, like, when we watched Jigen's Gravestone and, like, a lady named Fujiko, like, her hair kind of, like, the what do you want to call it, like, the model for her hair kind of wavers between, like, 3 or 4 different styles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes she has short hair, sometimes she has long hair, sometimes it's lighter, sometimes it's darker. Like, she's never... Like, Lupin always looks the same, Jigen always looks the same. Ishikawa is, like, pretty much on point all the time. But she really varies a lot, depending on the story. Shit, even Pops looks the same.
Yeah. She's fluid in her design. Except for the, bosom.
Right.
In that she has great volume there.
Right.
But no, yeah, the 3D animation really led itself well to the design.
Right. I mean, I wasn't awe-inspired by it, but it was a solid Lupin story.
I look forward to more.
Right.
Hopefully.
Right. Well, I think the Japanese are really just kind of starting to dip their toes into 3D animation, like the big studios.
Mm-hmm.
I have to shake my head at some folks. He didn't let me try to confirm anything, so I was like, okay, you can hang up. That's fine. I don't care. Shoo. Anyways.
The other movie we watched was Children of the Sea, right?
Yes.
I'm getting
Yeah,
the
that
title
sounds
right.
right. That was a weird movie. I'm sorry. It's like blowing my mind.
That was a Ayumu
Sounds right.
Watanabe film. That's from what else did they do?
Tekken Street is like the big one that I remember.
But yeah, that was definitely trippy, cerebral, etc. Most definitely.
Works by 4C. Was it something I was looking forward to that they made? I can't remember.
Possibly.
Either way, I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, that definitely was a good movie.
Senate recesses electoral college debate after protesters force lockdown of Capitol.
Yeah, I saw something about protesters in Washington, D.C.
I didn't know they forced a lockdown, though.
Neither did I. But yes, I was kind of scrolling through Netflix's anime section. I kind of mentioned this last night in the chat. Started watching the first episode of Carol and Tuesday.
Yep.
That's a music one, right?
Right.
Yes, it's
it's on my a lot of things. It's on my to-watch list.
So about a girl who runs a spoiled rich girl who basically is very naive. She, typical tourist, staring up at everything, gets her luggage stolen. And a girl who gets fired from her, basically burger joint place. And they meet on a bridge, and Carol plays the keyboard and Tuesday plays the guitar. So that looks really cute. And then, what's the other one? I just closed it, and I was like, what's the other one?
I believe it takes place in the same universe as Cowboy Bebop, actually.
Well,
nice.
I mean, it's from the guy who directed Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, yeah, it's Watanabe. Oh, my God.
I don't know if it's the same universe, but he directed it.
No, they brought up that, or he brought it up in one of the things that it was, it takes place in the same universe. You don't see any of them, but it takes place in that universe. It's Terraform Mars.
Yeah, it does say that, everyone comes here on this city in Mars. So, yeah. The other one that I started watching, I actually watched the entire first episode, it's AICO. Ico Incarnation, I think. And so it starts off with a bunch of military-esque people trying to get a spinal sample. And there's this reddish blob that is chasing after them. And it's ends up being a dream of a girl who is recuperating in the hospital. She was apparently there was this apocalyptic event with this red goo. And she was you find out later she was in a car crash. And you actually find out that you kind of know something's wrong because she's playing softball. She gets bonked in the head with the ball, and then she whips around in her chair oh, and then falls over and hits her elbow, And there's this black spidery type bruise that quickly vanishes. And you actually find out the beginning of episode 2 that she's in a basically artificial body was grown. And so because of the car crash, like, she technically died, but to save her, they took her brain, her real brain, put it in the fake body, and then put a fake brain in her real body so that they could heal her.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we're at the beginning of episode 2. And also, like, saying, like, oh yeah, your body is at ground zero. And that's where possibly, because you find out that in the first episode, her family's dead. But then they're like, oh, see this video feed? That's your mom and your brother. They're still alive at ground zero. You can, of course, the male protagonist, you can believe it or not. But if you really want to find out and save your parents, your brother and your mother, you need to go to ground zero and find your body and save your family. So, very interesting, to say the least. Well, both on Netflix. So if Kiki feels like popping in and putting on to watch. Okay. Now, I'm on break, so.
Yay for break! I have not heard of AICO incarnation before.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's incarnation or incarnate, something like that.
According to Wikipedia, it's incarnation. So how about them Trumps, huh?
Whoop whoop.
Only 2 more weeks. Right?
Right? Yeah, it's 2 weeks from today.
Okay.
Because the 20th, right, is inauguration day. It's the 6th, so we're... I think it's the Chancellor or Prime Minister of Scotland was like, and you, Mr. Trump, if you think you're coming to Scotland, you're dead wrong. I'm like, oh shit. Because they currently have a travel ban from the United States due to the fact that we have a rampant disease running wild through our country.
Mm-hmm.
The note of politics, what I had seen who our very likely new majority Senate leader is, and I thought, oh, I bet he's a ghoul like the rest. And I started reading about his positions, and I was like, oh shit, I was wrong. Oh boy, I was dead wrong. I now forget his name, but like when I saw who it was, I was like, oh, I remember him.
Yay, he's not a ghoul.
I gotta look it up.
It's the hot sauce. Like, for info rewards. So I'd get
Chuck
my hot
Schumer.
sauce to
That's what I was thinking of.
Born in Brooklyn, New York.
He's obviously the New York senator. I was talking to Jen about this. Interesting guy from what I understood of his views. Pro-life, pro-gun, but also pro-gun control. Because, you know, New York. New York has really strong gun control laws.
Pro-life.
Or pro-choice, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Pro-choice. I always screw those two up.
I'm sitting over here confused.
Because I read that as pro. I when I was reading the article about his they have like a wiki for all of our senators. Like, you want to know like where your senator is. I looked him up and I'm like, wait a minute, I read it, I kept going, and then I'm like, he's pro guns, but he's a Democrat. Like, wait, what? And then I'm like, wait, I had to went back and double check. I'm like, no, he's pro-choice. I'm sorry. He makes a point of visiting every county in New York at least once a year. So he meets some of his constituents from every county every year. He does this every year apparently. He might be a dirtbag, I don't know, but from what I've been reading, he seems like a decent guy. Very focused on local issues. So I'm hoping that means we'll have, some relief for the American people in the next year.
All right, so
that could be awesome.
And given that his, what do you call it? His appointments or whatever, he's the chair of Democratic policy. I want to say no. What is he? I gotta look. I was looking at. I'm always curious to know like what committees they're on. That kind of tells you about how much influence that they have depending on where they get put. And he currently, let's see, political style, local issues, drugs, his time in the Senate, statement. Okay, that's that. I saw it when I was looking at his Wikipedia article. Okay, what is he sitting on? Comment.
McConnell is condemning Republican objections to the Electoral College results?
Right.
Yeah, when Jen was like, he can go sit on a dick, I'm like, number one, that would be an insult to the dick.
Right.
Number two, that would be assault on the dick, because I'm assuming no dick wants to be sat on by McConnell. So.
Okay. How do I... There we go. Adding Vixen?
Oh, no. Vixen! Kiki said we're doing the podcast today, but she's nowhere to be found. Lord. There you go.
The bakery.
Huh?
Yeah, well, Kiki always does a private call when we do this so that we don't have
jump-ins.
Intruders. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yep.
Hi. Yeah, so Xbox headphones.
Neat.
Okay.
Very nice, very nice.
Right? I'm borrowing them.
Oh, we should probably add, because I know Jen said she was interested.
Oh,
I'll add her quick.
Then we could have just hung out in the bakery.
I mean, yes, but
no. This way I get a nice pop-out window and whatnot.
Right. But
Pop-out window?
I don't know.
You can do that with
pop-out window.
Group with VCs and servers too.
Oh, okay.
When we play Jackbox, I do that.
I still prefer it this way.
Right.
Awesome.
I didn't realize I was gonna call her. Whoops.
Axel.
Okay, so would anybody like to hear about my diet that I'm on?
Sure.
Because everybody's going to laugh at me.
No, we're not gonna laugh.
So
We're all gonna laugh at you! Anyway.
Exactly. So, my boyfriend lost like 100 pounds on the keto diet.
Right.
Okay.
Which is kind of like Atkins, except for it's not as much, hey, eat meat until your heart clogs and die.
Right.
You set yourself a calorie limit and a carb limit for the day, and there's intermediate fasting.
Intermittent fasting, yes.
Intermittent fasting, okay. So I got up at like 8 o'clock this morning. I couldn't have breakfast until 11. So I went on a walk. I hit Pokestops. And then my breakfast. So they make low carb tortillas. So it's only 3 carbs. I got 20 to spend the whole day, right?
Right.
I made myself a little burrito. And my burrito is like a total of only 3 carbs. But I have a tortilla, 2 eggs, this organic, no chemicals, 100% pork sausage. So I get to have 2 and there's no carbs. And
you know that everything is chemicals, right?
Yeah, but these are okay chemicals.
Don't tell her! She's believing it! She just has to believe it hard enough it'll work. Don't break the illusion.
He lost 100 pounds, okay? I'm going to at least try this. If it starts making me sick or I start gaining weight...
I'm not saying it's going to make you sick. I'm saying that everything is made up of chemicals. Nothing has no chemicals.
Kiki, just stop. You're going to confuse the poor woman.
I meant bad ones. I'm sorry. I should have said no bad chemicals.
Here's the thing, honey. Meat is all bad chemicals. That's why you're not supposed to eat it.
Only the processed.
All meat is processed. That's why it's meat.
So
we're saying...
and 2 eggs. And some cheese. And I put hot sauce on it and pepper.
Ooh, what kind of hot sauce?
Oh, I got my own little bottle of Tapatio.
Tapatio isn't a hot sauce. It's like ketchup.
You know what?
He likes it hot.
I know.
I just saw Pen.
Yeah. And Donnie is right here.
Look at Pen.
Okay. Come here, Donnie. Come here. Say hello.
Hey, Jen.
Can't get Donnie in the picture.
I see Donnie's face.
Black boy.
Come here.
Wow.
Come here. Say hello to everybody. Look. Say hello. He's back. He's backing off because I have my food right here. Okay. Come here. He's a black lab hound.
Right.
And he's like 13 years old.
Oh, he's an old man.
He's a big, beautiful boy.
He is a big, beautiful boy.
He's also very lovable.
Ah, the rat.
The rat, and they get along.
We don't have to listen to the dogs fight anymore.
Nope.
That was her and her nephew's dog.
Yeah.
Then a wild Jen appeared.
Doggo fight.
And I also have a glass of almond milk, unsweetened, because that's what gives you the carbs, apparently. 1 cup is only 1 carb. So technically I get to have a glass of milk. But I wish there was a replacement for orange juice. I really do. And then we're trying an energy drink today that only has 3 carbs in it.
Juice is great.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying it. If I don't like it, I don't have to have it. I'm cutting myself back. I'm also not eating as much of like anything because even my snacks are like, you know, like this big, and I have this whole jar of pickles. Did you know pickles are like 0 carbs? It's just the calories you have to watch out for. And
I mean,
I can have
it's a
3.
vegetable that's soaked in vinegar.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jen! Thank you! My head's exploding over here! Do you know pickles are good for you? No! A brined vegetable? Vegetables!
It's something crunchy, okay, to satisfy the crunch. And 3 little ones about that big are only about 80 calories. Okay, I know you're about ready to shoot yourself in the head, but you know what? Some of us want to lose weight and like feel better about ourselves and shit. Okay, because I'm a fatty fat right now. Okay,
Consume!
Throw me a cheese at Mike.
These things are awesome, by the way. They're super dangerous.
Oh yeah, I've had them. They're great.
They don't have the ones I want. This is the big bags. I wanted the jalapeno cheese. They only had the double. But, oh, they're the best. You can eat like 20 of them and it's only like 100 calories. Because they're basically air popped.
Yeah.
yeah. I was sat there and eating an entire bag to myself. Although we did find pork rinds I like.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they're jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Jalapenos. You're a real connoisseur of champagne, I can tell.
Don't swallow that. Swallow that. There you go.
I love ginos. They're the best. Especially with jalapenos.
Hey, stop using all this hyperbole.
I wish Chipotle would sell them.
This does not taste like milk.
What is it, Skim?
No!
Or almonds, or...
It's almond milk. Unsweetened.
It's almond milk. It tastes great.
You know, that makes you grow giant tits, right?
That is certainly not where these came from.
I need to get...
Guys made me grin so hard.
Mine need to be smaller.
Right. That's the joke!
You're a joke.
You would know you dated me for 2 weeks.
And I never stopped laughing.
Right?
Ah, what a special time for everyone.
It's a special time for everyone.
Anyway. Oh, God.
I keep telling you, you can't breathe tea! This is not Evangelion!
She'll figure out some way how to just put an IV in her arm and just continuously have tea, yeah.
She'll have one of those crazy sippy straws that's like a pair of glasses and just have the tea on one side.
I've thought about getting her a pair of those.
I sadly don't own a pair of the silly straw eyeglasses. No, I own quite a few silly straws, but...
Right. Well, silly straws are awesome. I don't understand why I've never seen Coffee Mate, like, liquid Coffee Mate before. There's no sweetener in this. It's...
Intestines into a silly straw.
My intestines already are a silly straw. I still love that I have a medical diagnosis of being full of shit.
That is not a medical diagnosis.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It is.
I had constipated IBS so bad after my dad died from the stress That
Oh,
literally, I
yeah.
have a diagnosis in my fucking medical files. It just says literally full of shit. Actually says gastrointestinal pain due.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you.
Right? Right!
Neither would I.
I keep blowing vape at Kiki's face.
Honkity honk.
On my screen, you're blowing it at Mish.
Ah!
Oh, nice. Thanks.
Kiki, I want a hug.
My back just popped.
Ow!
When my shoulders popped.
We'll get to hug again sometime.
Wait, in the after times.
In the after.
In the far future of 2077.
Oh my god.
Am I gonna glitch through a wall?
So a car's gonna come flying at you and slam into the building behind you.
Penn has a thing about barking at everyone, I swear.
Well, he is a dog.
Yeah, but Donnie doesn't bark at anybody.
Well, Donnie is sweet.
Donnie is such a sweet, lovely dog.
2077's so broken now. I love
know.
it.
It's actually been worse after the last patch.
And when
Like,
we
I had
play
no
video
glitches,
games,
and all of a sudden there's just glitches everywhere. I'm like, fuck.
really? Damn.
Yeah. I literally played like 40 hours of the game. No, like very little glitches, like occasional like graphical glitch. All of a sudden now I'm seeing people like walking on ceilings and cars clipping through shit. I'm like, what the hell?
Instead of being in the car, they're just on top of the car.
Yeah. I also glitched one of the missions by doing it backwards.
Yeah, Happy did that.
Jen, you know the
How
mission
did you-
where you go see
Okay.
Takamura and then you fall through the floor of his apartment?
What?
I think
I'm playing a video game.
What video game?
Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wind, or Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Going
You're actually playing a
Good for-
video game!
for me.
Yeah, on the Switch. I actually watched a walkthrough yesterday, and
It's in my pocket.
and found a chest from
Oh, we lost Jen.
Yep.
uh-oh. And found a chest from like the very first thing I did, and I missed it. But because I watched the walkthrough, I got the chest.
Nice.
Last video game I played like this was FF11 Online.
Right.
And then my boyfriend bought me Zelda for Christmas and let me borrow his Switch. So I've been having a lot of fun. And the dogs sit with us when we play video games before we go to bed.
Fun.
Very nice. I'm so glad I got a new Kindle so I can play the Room series again because I have the first 3 on
Yeah,
the Kindle.
cool.
So I don't feel like rebuying them on the
Tiny pen.
iOS system.
Are you having trouble staying connected, Jen?
Yeah, it keeps crashing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're crashing.
So's your face.
So's your face.
No, wait, that's you can't see me.
No, this is you can't see me.
No. John Cena, you can't see me, not Obfuscate.
Oh. Obfuscate. John
Yeah.
Cena. They're basically the same.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he played some World of Darkness growing up.
I would not be
BRB.
surprised either.
Oh, there it went again.
There she goes.
I was looking forward to bleeping her a lot.
Right.
So, Governor Newsom has proposed statewide stimulus checks.
Ooh.
Awesome.
For low-income residents, that would be less than $30,000 a year.
Not bad.
So you would qualify for that, Vixen.
I already got that $600 one.
Well, this would be another $600 one
Cool.
if this passes.
That one I might actually put in
Alright.
a savings account. And I'm looking for
I
a
am
job
back.
Welcome back.
Huh?
still.
Thanks. Yeah, it's funny because I got a couple things from the rewards point system from work where it was like one thing in like a huge box kind of thing. So same thing happened today. I got the Sir Fardelot's hot sauce today. So that was very nice. I'm like, well, I have to use this up, so I might as well get this for like one of my brothers or hubby or something. So
Apparently, Microsoft offered to buy Nintendo,
What?
and
Interesting.
Nintendo laughed their asses off.
Yeah, not God.
Apparently, this is according to a former Xbox executive.
yeah, that's one of those where it's like, oh, can we buy you? And then it's just like, no.
Oh yeah, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like you can't afford to buy us.
Boy. Yeah, I'll give you guys a treat after you guys make sure that I can have my food. Stop bugging me.
Never. Always and forever. Bug, bug, bug. That's what we're here for. To bug.
Good boy.
Same.
I mean, even in 2000,
And they're all grumpy.
Nintendo had a shit ton of money. Like, they were in no need of being acquired by anybody.
Yeah. So, yeah. Trump supporters are currently inside the Capitol building.
Oh,
What?
fun.
Oh,
They
Well, that's
stormed
nice.
the Capitol.
They stormed
Jesus.
the Capitol.
Hold on, I got.
Have fun storming the castle.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
This actually
I
isn't
did.
that funny. They
I
might
see
actually be
that.
trying to enact a coup. You know, since all other options
let's
failed,
see
they're
here.
just going to go for the obvious option: violence.
Thousands of President Trump supporters are in Washington for rallies Wednesday to falsely assert that the presidential election was stolen from him. Many in Washington see the demonstrations as a last stand for Trump on the same day that Congress votes to certify that President-elect Joe Biden won the election. Throngs of protesters pushed past police who were trying to block them from entering the building as the senators inside debated the certification of the presidential election. And some were able to breach security to successfully enter the building.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
The Madison and
People
Cannon
are crazy.
buildings have been evacuated.
Good times. Ugh.
You can't reason with people like that, unfortunately.
No, you can't. It's very unfortunate. But
Yeah, the people who legitimately believe that Trump was sent by God, you can't reason with those people.
Yeah.
those are not people. Those are just idiots. Trump was sent by God. Whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. But-
Um,
People will believe what they believe, and their minds will do more work to keep that viewpoint than it will take to actually for them to fact check shit. So, you
Yep.
know.
I'll keep an eye on my news feed for updates about that. The mayor has ordered a 6 p.m. curfew.
6 p.m.
Yeah,
The mayor of
DC.
wow,
Mm-hmm.
because that shit's going on.
Yeah,
Wow.
because shit could easily go down. We don't know who's carrying anything. Who just got into the Capitol.
Right.
In unrelated news, the governor of New York announced the desire to legalize marijuana.
Nice.
That's
Hoping that
happier
everybody
news.
will just get high and stay home.
I mean, that's
That-
tax revenue.
I would say it's more to do with the tax revenue. They're starting to realize how much money you make by regulating it. That little by little, all the dominoes are falling.
Yeah, the thing is that's one part of it, but people are going to start to realize, like, let's legalize it to make money and regulate it. Thank you for calling the
right.
U.S.
Just kind of.
Well, she's working right now.
I wish I had a job.
You remember all the stuff
I'm
that
looking-
happened in 2020 that wasn't COVID related?
No.
Not really.
well, the Trump stuff. I remember the Trump stuff.
Okay. Do you remember the stuff that wasn't Trump related?
Like what?
The Australian brush fires.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at a list, so I'm not just remembering this off the top of my head because I am not that smart.
In other news, the promo video for the second Sailor Moon Crystal movie's out. Holy shit.
Woo!
Yay! Well, all those people are still working.
Well, Japan's got it on lockdown for the most part.
Yeah.
That means everybody's working from home.
Well, thanks to the digital age, you can do that.
Right.
Especially since a lot of studios have gone to digital tech anyway. And haven't
Right.
been using traditional paper for a lot of things.
Right.
But it looks so much more pretty when they use traditional paper, when they actually draw it. It does to me. I'm a traditionalist.
The nice thing about traditional filming of animation is that it makes it really easy to update the resolution. You just reshoot the film, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a pain in the ass, but if they have the originals, like they've like when they did the 4K restoration of Cowboy Bebop because it was shot on film, they just basically reshot the film with a higher resolution camera. I don't quite understand how that works, but it has something to do with the fact that there's like an infinite amount of resolution in physical film.
So, the film... Oh, this is... I'm
Really
not smart
technical.
I'm not smart enough to explain it.
Right.
Okay. Oop, I just pulled my headphones out of the jack.
Good job, Kiki. Good job.
Anyway.
You're smart enough to explain anything, babe.
No, I'm not. But thank
Yeah,
you.
I will always believe that you're the smartest person on the planet. Right next to...
Little picture holds enough pixel depth to blow it up to almost any size.
Right.
Awesome.
Almost. Not
Right.
not theoretically actually, but almost. I'm saying very dumb.
Right.
That's why a lot of digital work is done at certain resolutions now.
Right.
So they can blow it up to certain sizes.
Right.
So that it can retain a certain pixel resolution.
They had this problem in the early 2000s when they went from physical to digital media with anime, because they only mastered it in like 1080 or like 720. I think it was 720.
Mm-hmm.
And so when 1080 took off and later 4K, there's no way to up res it because the master is low resolution.
Mm-hmm. You gotta be better.
Right.
But
like, it hasn't been a problem since 2010, maybe?
The fuck is that?
Some sort of parrot or eagle or I don't know.
Sloth?
It's an owl bear.
Oh god.
You're an owl bear.
So's your face.
Oof. My face is not an owl bear. The hell are you talking about? Pure
Owl
madness.
bear. It's from D&D. And it has a secret.
Does it hold your dice?
My very, 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 very pretty dice. Okay, I got a whole set. And when I can get it charged back up, they glow in the dark.
Cool.
And they respond to black light.
Well, now you can use your own set, not mine. Maybe
Giggity.
you'll get good rolls.
Giggity.
And my owl bear holds my dice.
Mm.
Because I thought it was cute. And I get spoiled.
Live rounds being shot inside the Capitol building.
No! Capitol being in Washington, right?
DC.
Yeah, this the national capital.
Paramount acquires Monty Python musical Spamalot.
Fun.
Let's hope they don't fuck it up.
So they're gonna make a movie about a play about a movie.
I don't know who Casey Nicola is. They'll be directing, but Eric Idle will be scripting.
Cool.
Oh, and I've been watching the Marvel movies.
Oh, fun.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I don't really know the timeline.
Ah, okay. Had you missed some?
So, yeah. Like, okay, which ones had I not seen? I had not actually seen Captain America: Civil War.
Mm.
I hadn't seen Ragnarok.
Ragnarok's fun as hell.
Doctor Strange.
Don't you just love his American accent?
I know, right? You can tell that he's like, yeah, it's crazy. But no, I loved who played the Grand Master. What the hell is her?
Yeah, she shouldn't have played the Grand Master, though.
Why?
Because the Grand Master is supposed to be Asian.
And what's a race war between friends?
Well, they change shit all the time.
Technically, it's not the Grand Master. What the hell is her title?
Yeah, well, watching Civil War and having Spider-Man introduced, and his aunt is not old.
His aunt wouldn't be old.
She's very...
His aunt's always been old.
Aunt May is only old when he's an adult, dude. He's like a teenager there.
Yeah, when he's a teenager, too.
No,
like the original movies. He was just barely an adult, and she's really super old.
she's only supposed to be old when he's a grown adult. Because the whole deal is
young
He becomes Spider-Man when he's like a freshman in high school.
and way too hot.
Oh
Way,
no,
way,
do
way-
we have hots for Spider-Man TNT?
No. Mm-mm. No, actually, I'd rather have Wonder Woman.
Have you seen the new Wonder Woman?
Oh, we're going to be watching that one soon. We're doing chronological order.
It's pretty good. I liked it. I don't see why it got such a bad rap.
Pro-
It's not that bad.
Chronological order. So you've watched the original Wonder Woman, but not the new one?
Well, I saw the original Wonder Woman when it came out.
Right, so chronological order in what way?
The storyline, chronological order.
Wonder Woman is DC.
Yeah, oh, yeah, we were watching the DC ones too, but it was because I had never seen Batman versus Superman or Superman
Right.
versus Batman.
Wonder Woman 84 takes place before Batman vs. Superman.
We started watching the Marvel ones. We're gonna go
Right.
back to DC when we're done with Marvel.
Okay, just trying to get it straight.
Yeah, I'm a moron. It's okay. Oh, actually, what I thought was super funny was so my boyfriend asked about the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and I go, "Well, do you want to see something really funny?" And he goes, "Sure." So I played the one from my birthday.
Okay.
Okay.
Kiki spanked me.
Oh, right. I was like, what?
Nobody remembers my fucking birthday. Okay.
I don't remember that being funny.
It was funny.
Okay. Someone.
I could barely talk. Cupcake's throwing insults. And you spank me. I mean, I thought it was a great show.
I kind of caught the thread about Tilda Swinton being the wrong person for a specific Marvel role.
That's
that
her
conversation-
name.
Tilda Swinton? Yeah.
Yes.
Who?
The
The ancient one.
Grandmaster.
the
Yeah.
Grandmaster Wizard.
Oh,
if
and-
Technically, Doctor Strange is the Grandmaster. Please and thank you.
I wonder how long it's going to take them to dub Eternal.
I'm guessing, well, given COVID, I'm guessing it'll be a little while.
Mm.
Although, I don't know. You know, they might be able to get it done. Being movies, I'm guessing they probably are going to want to do it in studio. Instead of what it... oh, excuse me. What they have
Alright.
been... I'm just... You know, I'm asthmatic. I don't know. It's hard to say. Because I just don't think they're going to want to do... For a movie, I don't think they're going to want to do, like, the at-home dubbing. Like Funimation and stuff has been doing.
all right, I'm up.
Welcome back.
Hey, yeah.
Oh,
Jeez,
pardon
nice.
me.
no worries. All right. Dates. Do. Click,
Let's
click, click,
see.
click, click.
PlayStation Holiday Sale, you say?
Oh boy.
Ooh la la. But let's see here. What am I thinking? So I'm actually waiting. Pull this up here. Grab my Kindle since this is actually specifically made for bookers. The next book I'm waiting to come out is a novel by Anne Bishop.
I know that name.
I probably put through a few books of hers I've read. She has three main series, three different kind of things. Oh Jesus! Sorry, I kind of got a message. I was like, oh crap. So she has the World of the Others, which is alternate Earth, where they're technically shapeshifters, but their true forms are the original forms of wolves, bears, crows, etc. They can shift to human, but when you hear someone, like, for example, one of the main characters is Simon Wolfgard. So when... Thank you for calling.
And with that, she's gone.
I'm misreading. I have.
Well, you can read
billions
anytime you
of
want. You just start reading again. You don't have to have any special reason.
Oh, I keep meaning to. Oh,
Yesterday you said today. Today you'll say tomorrow. Just do it. Make your dreams come true. No Shia LaBeouf.
Didn't he turn into a dick yet again?
Did he? I thought he was doing good.
No, he got fired from a movie.
What?
Like something.
Let's see.
How the fuck do you spell his name?
Pieces of woman after FKA abuse claims? What? Why can this man not stay out of trouble? Jesus. Multiple accusations of abuse to his girlfriends. Jesus Christ, just fucking hold your shit together.
Okay, sorry about that. And I spent about 11 minutes explaining one thing like 15 times. Anyways. So, the other series. So if it's guard with an animal in front of it, you know it's one of the others. They're the true, like, landlords of the planet. So, like, any city, they're the landlords. And when a human purchases the house, they're just purchasing the house and not the land it sits on. So it follows, the main, like, 7 or 8 book series follows Meg, who is what she calls a blood prophet. So it started kind of one of those things that started off as protection for the young ladies and turned into, like, basically a money-making machine. So they're kept in these compounds, no access to the outside world, and they're trained a certain way. And they each have a razor, and their skin is cut. And when their skin is cut, they're asked a question, they will then say a series of words and about that question about the future. So she escapes from her compound and runs to the courtyard of Lakeside. Now, the courtyard in major cities is kind of the buffer between humans and then the rest of the others. so that the others who don't want to have to deal with the gibbering monkeys don't have to deal with us. And she, in her adventures, things like that, getting acclimated to living in the outside world. So that's one of her series. The other series is the Dark Jewels series. Kind of like alternate Earth / slightly different, where magic users are called the Blood, and there are animal magic users, and they're called Kindred. So, first main trilogy follows Janelle, who is called Witch, and Witch is basically the most powerful magic user ever. And for anyone who's listening for Dark Jewels, there is, I'm going to put this out there. Hi, Vixen. For the Dark Jewels series, there physical violence, abuse, both emotional abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, and sexual abuse, or these sexual attacks. It's Anne Bishop's, both those two novels series, they're very dark and can get very violent. So there's actually a scene where in the first book of the Dark Jewels original trilogy, where Surreal goes to save Janelle because she was sent to a place for high-strung young ladies. So basically, like our past, where you sent high-strung young ladies because they were inconvenient, kind of like this. But basically, the uncles were basically pedophiles. So Surreal walks in on Janelle being raped, and bloodbath. She basically kills her, or like basically rushes through the room and kills everybody and carries Janelle off. So kind of stuff like that, where there's, and then there's one guy who literally gets skinned alive in the later book. So,
Okay.
kind of dark and violent, but But
Jeez, Mish.
well,
Fuck.
well, what?
Definitely not your.
Most of
Definitely
the
not the
siren.
romance novel. Clear. Holy shit.
Yeah.
There's one guy who got skinned alive.
So, well, actually, one of the main characters, Damon Sadie, he is one of those that is basically entrapped and controlled, and to control, he's the jewels go in power from really light to really dark. So let me actually see if I can find this here really quick. So basically, you can, for example, you can start with your birthright jewel, which is what you get when you go through the birthright ceremony. And you can, when you go through your, like adulthood ceremony, black jewels, there we go. You can go like down 3 levels, up to 3 levels. So like there's a limit on like how powerful you can get. So it goes from white, there's white, which is the lightest and the weakest jewel. Then yellow, tiger eye, rose, summer sky, purple dusk. Then the middle, kind of like the defining line between those that are lighter and those that are darker and more powerful, is opal, because it can be either a light jewel or a dark one. Then there goes green, sapphire, red, gray, ebon gray, and black. So for example, David Sadie, his birthright jewel is red. When he went through his ceremony to become adult, to become into his full power, he's black. And his half-brother is ebon gray. So they're 2 of the most powerful males in all of the magic history. But the evil antagonist peoples, they kind of control through the they have Damon and Lucifer through from childhood, so there's the length of time they have them. Also, there's the control ring that is put around the man's happy place, his dick, that they can basically, if they misbehave, it starts tightening. So, but the thing is if they feel like it, both Damon and his half-brother will power through it to destroy whatever court they're in if they can't take it anymore. What I also find interesting is she kind of pulls from Christian stuff. So there's the High Lord of Hell. So there's a realm called Hell, literally, where you go when you die, obviously. And the High Lord of Hell is Satan. Spelled a little differently, Saetten, or An, but it's spelled just slightly differently enough. Then the son of Satan is Damon. And Damon's name is actually Satan Damon after his father, but one of the servants who helped raise him was like, I'm not calling him Satan. I'm not calling Satan out there because I don't want the High Lord of Hell answered when I call him Satan. So again, kind of pulling from the whole Omen movie series of the son of Satan's Damon. And then the others, Satan has another son, Lucifer. Not Lucifer, Lucifer. So the F was replaced by a V like Victor. So there is a little bit of that stuff going on. And they're the three most powerful males, have the most power thingy. So I'm waiting for her most recent Dark Jewels novel to come out in March. Kind of goes further in depth in the timeline after Janelle actually passes away. Because there's the short-lived races like humans, like we are. Then there are some longer-lived races like Damon and Surreal. They're still alive. And hundreds of years. And then if you die a specific way, you can become demon dead and live for thousands of years like Satan did. But he was demon dead for a while. And, the whole zombie drink blood shit. Yeah. So.
Well, that was
deep.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's one of the... Now, so funnily enough, this is one of the series that every once in a while, it will still make me laugh at something in it.
Okay. Laughter's good.
Yeah. Drink.
Given with the synopsis you gave us, I wouldn't say laughter would be what first comes to mind.
Yeah, it's not all grimdark bloodbath. For example, the kindred will refer to leather as one of the wolves tells Lucifer, "You forgot your cow skin coat," because it came from a cow, so cow skin coat. No, they don't. I don't know if it's like a missing, they just don't get it, or they're just purposefully not getting it just to poke at the humans.
Poke.
Exactly. Ugh. But yeah. So yeah, that's
Poke.
That's why I love to read. There's
not
always some
good.
crazy things.
What are you reading currently? Anything?
Me?
Yeah.
So I found out about it's not a television show, it's like a mini series of The Stand.
Yes.
And I had actually purposely gone out and bought the unabridged version of the book that has like 500 extra pages in it. And that's what I originally read of The Stand. Because by the time I went out looking for it, by the way, The Stand is a horror, sci-fi, post-apocalyptic type, or not post-apocalyptic, like the apocalypse is coming type of Stephen King novel. So of course it's Stephen King, so there's a lot of like death and really gross shit happens. But my mom said it was one of the books I should read. So when I went out looking for it, I saw this unabridged version with all this extra stuff in it that originally went on the cutting room floor. Because when he originally went to publish it, they said, okay, well, your book's too long. So he had to go through and take out like little bits and pieces here and there so that the story still made sense and it was still the story he wanted to tell, but he cut out almost 500 pages. So there's actually this whole thing in the beginning of the book where he's telling you this, like, says something along the lines of, I hope you're actually reading this before you buy it because I need to tell you this. And it was actually really clever of Stephen King to go and write that introduction to it, because I know a lot of people who'd be like, well, I don't want the fluff. You know, I don't care about knowing a little more about people's backgrounds or what they were doing about certain things at certain times. So like 10 years after it was originally published, he came out with the unabridged version because so many of his fans were like, I want to know more, I want to know more. So I read it already, but after seeing the first episode, I was like, okay, I have to go back and reread this because...
Oh, I didn't realize it was already out.
Yeah. I don't know if they got it early from one of their streaming things, but we were sitting there watching it and I'm like, what is this? And both of them were like, okay, so don't you, I thought you read this. And I'm like, I did read it. I don't remember any of this, but it's because I've read so much in between reading it the last time. And so I just kind of reopened it and restarted it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. So I'm rereading it so that I can go back and watch the show and actually like appreciate it.
Okay.
So yeah. Other than that, I am consistently reading one of my adaptations of Beauty and the Beast. It's one of those not villain ones, but it's like an alternative thought process to it. The whole premise behind it is that you know how they never talk about Belle's mother, even when even in the original animated film, in the original story, it's just accepted, you know, Belle's mom's just not there. So the premise behind this one is that Belle's mom was actually the enchantress who cursed the beast. And I just think it's really cool that there's just like this other side to it. Plus, you get a lot more of Belle spending time with the beast. There's actually a collaboration between the two of them to try and figure out how to break the curse, because like he can't tell her the details or anything because he doesn't know. The Enchantress doesn't say why or how the curse can be broken, just why he was cursed. And not even really that, she just pretty much says, you're not a nice person and there's no love in your heart, so here you go. And there's not necessarily a big explanation as to how he can break the curse. So it's a little more of a mystery. I actually have it with me. That way I can actually give you the title. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's not even any point to building one of those.
Okay, I'm back.
Building
Jesus.
one.
Yeah, I'm kind of rereading.
Oh, I got
sci-fi
because of
posters.
Profit sharing tax and stuff. I was looking at not so much rebuilding, but building a new PC this spring
Ooh.
to try to upgrade or whatever. But I wanted to see what it would cost or what I'm looking at, what type of processor. Sorry, what level of processor I have to have in order to get UHD drive compatibility to work. And yeah, I'm not even going to bother trying to get 4K support because you have to have literally the most expensive Intel processor that they make for consumers.
Mm-hmm.
and you can't have a graphics card installed.
That sounds weird.
They basically have made it so that nobody would ever want to play UHD discs on their PC. Because as soon as you install a graphics card, it shuts off UHD support.
That's not good.
Okay, so
fire over there.
yeah.
Or she's very serious, one of the two.
Who?
Kiki.
Oh.
You have a serious look on your face. That's
No,
why I
my
was like,
headache's coming back.
oh no!
No.
It's right here.
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
That's what pills are for.
That's what pills are for. You're right. So there's actually an entire series of these where it's basically going through, I hate to say it this way, but classic Disney. Because there's so many more books, and they're basically all stories and movies that Disney has had told. So this one is as old as time. A Twisted Tale. Liz Braswell.
Oh, that is amazing.
And it actually, yeah. And are you reading it too?
Oh, I haven't read that one yet. I've read the one about Aladdin.
A Whole New World.
I keep meaning to read that one, but
yeah,
the one about
each of them
is good too.
Yeah, each of them actually have a thing at the top that tells you the premise behind the Twisted Tale. Like this one says, "What if Belle's mother cursed the beast?" And the one for Aladdin is, "What if Aladdin had never found the lamp?"
So yeah, the premise behind that one is Jafar got the lamp.
Yeah. And then there's Once Upon a Dream, which is Sleeping Beauty. And it's What If Sleeping Beauty Never Woke Up?
That one is good as well. I read that one.
Oh, I'm reading them out of order because I actually just looked them up, and I was supposed to read the Aladdin one, then the Sleeping Beauty one, and then this one, but I'm in love with Beauty and the Beast. Belle is my favorite princess of all time. And then there's Reflection, which is about Mulan, and it's what if Mulan had to travel to the underworld. That one's by Elizabeth Lim. So it's like it's a collaboration. So it's a series, but there's different authors. And then
For nearly 2.5 cents,
Part of Your World
never kept our eyes on that common
Jesus.
is another one by Liz Broswell. And this one is The Little Mermaid, and it's what if Ariel had never defeated Ursula. And that's Part of Your World. So Mirror Mirror is by Jen Calonita. I'm going to butcher people's names because I'm really bad at that. But it's a Snow White one. And it's what if the evil queen poisoned the prince? So I guess instead of going after the princess, she goes after the prince. And that sucks. That link's not working.
Once you're done with that, I've got an addendum too.
Well, nothing else will come up. Like the page just stopped working.
Hmm.
It was a wonderful one too. There were because I looked it up right, and for some reason the link's not working now. Because that was a specific one, and here I'll go to a different one. Okay, so that one worked. Okay. So Whole New World, Once Upon a Dream, Tale as Old as Time, Reflection, Part of Your World, Mirror Mirror. Conceal, Don't Feel is the one for Frozen. And it's what if Anna and Elsa never knew each other?
Oh, hey, it's raining.
They just straight up just didn't know each other.
Good point.
And then there is Straight On Till Morning, which obviously is Peter Pan. And what if Wendy went to Neverland with Captain Hook?
Nice.
That doesn't sound creepy or anything.
Right.
No, right? And then there is So This Is Love, which is Cinderella. What if Cinderella never tried on the glass slipper? What if she had never tried it on? And then the last one, no, that's it. So that's all she's got right now. Or they have right now.
Right.
And I think it's a wonderful, wonderful series. Just the premise behind it, because obviously we've all gotten to this point where every story has been told. So to go back and be yeah, this is my idea of what could have possibly have happened. And so I love that.
Yeah, there's one retelling of Snow White that's a one-off that I can't remember right now. It's on the bookshelf. Robin McKinley has a couple of retellings of Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
But Mercedes Lackey has two separate series based on fairy tales and or specific fairy tales. So it's the 500 Kingdoms novels, where if you're going to read that, I would suggest starting with the Fairy Godmother. which starts off with Elena, who was supposed to be Cinderella. She was. But, as is explained, sometimes when your life hits a tail, the tradition, which is what the magic is called of the world, will force you down that path. It doesn't care if you want it or not. It doesn't give two rat's butts. So she was supposed to be carried off by a prince, but at the time of the story, she's like 21 years old, and the prince of her kingdom is an 11-year-old boy. So as her fairy, she becomes an apprentice to a fairy godmother. And as her mentor says, sometimes the princes are too young, too old, complete ignoramuses, rakes, they're, whatever, or it's not a prince, it's a princess. So sometimes people, their lives fit it, but it doesn't quite fit.
Yeah.
And so part of a fairy godmother's duties is to shepherd things along as best as possible, so that works. The other series she has is the Elemental Mage novels, and so again, magic per the elements. So there's air, water, fire, earth, and also in later novels, spirit, which are incredibly rare.
So I found the most recent book.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to throw that out there really quick because everything else that I looked at said that, that last one was the last one. But then I found a link to Amazon and there's another book. It just came out in September of 2020. Unbirthday.
Yay.
What if Wonderland was in peril and Alice was very, very late? So, yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there. So there is all the rest of the books, and they have an order in which they should be read because of when they came out, I guess. And that's the very last one. And I think I found the ones that you were talking about. Oh, no, this is a different one. The Villains series. I really want to read that, too.
But yeah, I think the first one is the one kind of like, I think, Snow White. I had to think for a second. Not Sleeping Beauty, although she does do Sleeping Beauty. First one is Snow White, because she gets an apple from the evil stepmother.
What's her name?
But in this case, it's the apple from the aunt, the twin aunt of her mother. So the main character, Snow White, quote unquote, is Dr. Maya Witherspoon. So it takes place in 1800s England. She's just come over from India, where her father, who is British, married her mother, who is high caste Indian. And she is a doctor per the universities in India, and you meet her when she's meeting with one of the grand English doctors who are kings of the hill. And she's Earth, and so Earth Masters are usually the ones who are the healers, the doctors, and usually they can't stand being in cities like London or New York because the earth is so poisoned. So, and then you have the elemental critters. So the gnomes and the brownies and things like that. But you also have the evil elementals like trolls. Another one is Cinderella. She has Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Donkey Skin. Puss in Boots, I think. There's one about a talking cat. which I think is Puss in Boots. And I think there's the Steadfast Tin Soldier one. Then her most recent series of books from there it kind of goes into, since she had a bunch about the magical side, she goes into like the esoteric side of mediums and like who aren't necessarily like magic users, but they can like read objects. Like they can pick up an object and read it and say like, okay, this is what happened when the owner touched it. Like this is what was going through their mind, like mind readers, stuff like that. So it starts with Sarah and Nan. So Sarah is one of the true mediums, and Nan is kind of one of those. She can read objects, read minds, do telepathy kind of thing. Nan also has like an avatar, like a kind of like a magical avatar type thing.
Mish,
so like when the
can I just interject real quick?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that we have officially won the Georgia Senate races.
Yay!
As Democrats, that is.
Hey, speak for yourself! I'm an anarchist!
Okay, so not very smart here. What does that mean?
That means that the liberals took control of the entirety of Congress for the next couple of years.
We run the House and the Senate now.
Oh,
With a president of the same alignment. They're the opposite of the people who are currently in power.
so we're going to be able to override that bitch that got put in Congress?
In the Supreme Court, you mean?
Supreme Court, yeah.
No, she's there for life.
Yeah.
Fuck
If our president is smart enough, he can appoint, because there isn't a limit, he can appoint
more judges.
Yeah.
He won't, but he could.
I mean, if he's not a lame ass, but he is a lame ass.
He's a neocon. He ain't gonna appoint any more.
Anyway,
justices.
I just wanted to stick that in there.
No worries.
That's pretty much his nuclear option if they start acting up, is to add more justices. But
anyway, you were saying, Mish.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling the U.S.
And with that, she's gone. But yeah, I mean, he won't do that as long as they continue to act impartially, which they really have been for the most part.
The second they don't, he'll do something.
Right. That's the adding more justices is his response to them acting in a partisan nature. Shockingly, the guy, I can't think of his name right now, but the Chief Justice really doesn't want his legacy to be that they basically were a puppet court. So he's been... What's up?
They are a puppet court.
They're not a puppet court.
Not yet.
Not yet. Roberts?
I don't remember his name either. Schmuckface.
Schmuckface.
Yeah, John Roberts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a little shocking because we all figured that it was going to turn into this big farcical thing, and for the most part, they've actually been ruling pretty impartially. Like, there was the whole thing with, they decided on a federal level that by decision of a court case, they basically de facto made gender identity a protected class. There was that court case where it was somebody was, I want to say, fired for transitioning, and the guy they had just before her that they had put on the court, they were like, "Oh, he'll definitely, vote against it." He was like, "No, by letter of the law, you violated the law." Huh? He's like, "But the very nature of the way we have this written, you violated the law. There's nothing that says they have to be this. You didn't I don't remember if it was reasonable accommodations or something, but they basically went, by de facto argument, unless the law is rewritten, you violated the law. Case dismissed. It was like, oh shit. And because Congress has been so busy basically fighting with itself, or this, I guess, yeah, technically Congress, because both the House and the Senate were divided, they never actually got around to, changing the lettering of the law. So, de facto, they've left gender identity as a protected class, unless they go back and either go yay or nay on the law and revise it.
Yeah. Just looking at
There's
your
a
lump
Jen
in the
about this.
background.
What's up?
Looking at your lump in the background.
My lump?
Back. Oh, it's such a rough
Your dog.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to know he's suffering. That's the face of suffering.
Oh,
I
is it?
see.
Right. I want you to know we mistreat him, as you can tell. You see that giant pile of blankets he's sleeping on? He has a hard life. A hard life. Poor thing.
Yes.
He's only going to get
Anyways.
one hamburger tonight. One.
Oh my gosh. But so it starts off when Sarah and Ann are children. They come. So Sarah's parents are missionaries, but they're kind of they're the nice type of missionaries. They work with the locals in Africa. They send her back to England to get an education, and also to train her abilities. And she has an African gray parrot named Gray. And then Nan gets picked up along the way. She actually also gets a feathered friend. His name is Neville. He's a raven from the Tower of London. I kid you not. So she was actually a street urchin, so he kind of fits her personality. Very tough, etc. So that kind of follows their adventures along the way as they grow up and stuff like that. They actually meet Puck, or Robin Goodfellow, one of the oldest magical creatures of England. And eventually she introduced Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson and Mrs. Mary Watson, into it, because one of the nobles that they know is a fire master. So because he's like high up in the government and stuff like that, he knows Mycroft Holmes, stuff like that. Thank you for calling the USGA.
And she's gone again.
She'll get to finish that eventually.
So yeah, I have the Stand by Stephen King.
But do you have this?
Huh?
I said,
But do you have the Stand? No, I haven't bought that one yet.
Is that just called Misery?
No, Misery is guys don't get lost in a snowstorm after writing bestsellers and end up having your legs smashed.
I swear to God, this is autobiographical. Honestly, it never happened.
My dad cannot watch that movie. It scares the shit out of him.
Oh boy.
And I kind of understand. Kathy Bates did a really great job at being crazy.
Kathy Bates is an intense actress, and that's all I'm going to say.
Kathy Bates can
I
do
love
whatever.
her.
I didn't mean it like a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, she's an intense actress.
Mm-hmm.
The woman does whatever she wants, and she's good at whatever she does.
But yeah, so it says, for the first time, complete and uncut.
Yay! That should be my last call for the day.
All my
And
books
then I
are
have-
on here. So
Giggity.
here's me showing them off.
Well, this is one of yours that you gave me.
Yes,
After losing the battle with my niece and nephew, trying to get one of them to read it because I thought it would help with their attitudes, especially my niece. I gave up and decided to bring it with me because I love this book.
Oh.
This book is very much about siblings, about growing up, and there's actually not that much witchcraft in it. Very, very little beside.
It's more a book that just happens to have witchcraft.
Right? It's a book about siblings and growing up and becoming the people that you need to be. And they threw a little bit of witchcraft in there. And Kiki read it and she loved it, so she gave it to me, and I read it and I loved it. And I can't get anyone else to read this book. I couldn't even get my mom to read it. And she likes sci-fi stuff and mystical stuff like I do too. And she's like, yeah, no, I just couldn't get into it. And I'm like, how? How is that possible that you could not get into this book?
Oh, the fun part about the
private number
books,
I'll be right.
with Sarah Nan in it and Sherlock Holmes. One of the books has a siren in it, so like the magical creatures who use their voices to like get what they want, that kind of thing. And then also there's a book with a Cthulhu or Cthulhu type character in it as well, that comes from an alternate dimension. So someone the typical, someone did a summoning spell, not realizing what they were summoning, got into it, got in too deep, and assisted this thing with trying to come over into our realm of existence. So currently I'm rereading the Empire series, which is one of the series from Robert Land, I think. That takes place in like the far future where the diaspora into space has already happened. And stuff like nanites, that kind of thing. Thinking. And so his other novel is kind of similar, but like the like technology for like virtual reality is slightly different. So it's like not exactly the same. And when Vixen comes back, I'll have to tell her about another book series she might like if she likes the mystical stuff. But it's the Rushed series.
In other news, Chuck Schumer has declared himself majority leader.
Nice.
So that's fun.
Yeah. So I'll wait till she comes back because I think she might like the Rush series because it's kind of mystical, has magic and evil clowns.
Everybody loves evil clowns.
Yes. But basically, it's the main character isn't anywhere near like the chosen one. Like he's the chosen one, but he doesn't really get any pre-training. He's not told he's the chosen one or anything like that. He just is chosen, and it's like he's basically, maybe like Cupcake's build, in his early 30s.
Oh.
Slightly overweight, and no offense, Cupcake. But at least that's his description was. I'm not pointing at you and at your overweight range.
Slightly. It's not being grossly overweight, please and thank you.
But
I have my own gravitational field.
Oh, very nice.
You do not.
But the way he's described is he is a slightly overweight English teacher in his in his early 30s. He doesn't like cell phones, and he gets catapulted on this journey by a dream. So it's like he has like no training at all. He's like on the job, like flying around the seat of his pants, like literally screaming in fear, like, what the fuck is going on? Oh my god, monsters, and they're gonna try to eat me, and oh my god,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna die.
god.
So yeah, that's one of those what I do like about it. And but again, it kind of deals with the whole magic, alternate realities. It also has a little bit of voodoo magic in there. They also talk about like alternate realities, ghosts, things like that. I'll have to send some screenshots to Vixen.
Interesting side note just came up through my news feed. It's being suggested that Sony's about to try to purchase Sentai Filmworks.
What?
Yup. If their SEC filing goes through for the Funimation Crunchyroll merger, the next target is likely going to be Sentai Filmworks. They're making offers, apparently.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they're very quickly like consolidating the big players together.
Interview for medical. Okay, that makes sense.
Huzzah! Get that medical insurance.
Oh, our interview finally happened. Yay!
Yay.
This was a terrible time for it to happen. Damn it. I should happen
alright.
earlier.
It happens.
Boop.
Anyways.
I helped her with that paperwork.
I know, you were hammering her on it the last time we talked.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, go get that done. She's like, but, like, go get that done. She's like, okay.
I want her to have that good government insurance.
We all want that good government insurance.
I certainly appreciate my good government. Did I take my morning pills?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No, but I figured you needed an answer.
What's today? Wednesday?
Yes.
I did not. I took
Whoops.
my pain pills. I did not take my morning pills.
You might want to do that. Considering it's, what, 1:40 your time?
1:39.
Ugh.
Now I'm out of tea.
Oh no, not the tea.
Well, that will help with pain too. Because there's gabapentin in there.
Right.
My mom occasionally takes that.
I take it technically for anxiety, but it helps with pain. Because it's for nerves.
Right.
Both figurative and literal. Along with my, depression medication, my bipolar medication, my vitamin D, and what else do I take in the morning?
I don't know.
No, that's it.
Okay.
I take more crap at night. Phew, pardon, because I took my allergy meds when I took my pain meds.
Giggity.
Giggity giggity.
Giggity goo.
Ah!
Oh, Cupcake, are you okay?
Charlie horse?
No, it's like lower through the bottom of my foot. I don't know how I did that.
Did you pull a nerve? What?
Oh, hang on. Oh. Oh. I have to stand on the foot, otherwise it's in the bottom of my foot.
I know when I was on the swim team, we would get cramps. Oh, jeez. In
That's
our
basically what it was.
feet, and then we would have to like stretch them against the wall of the pool. Let's hear it. So apparently, woman reportedly in critical condition after shots are fired at U.S. Capitol.
Yeah, did we actually talk about her on here, or were we just talking about her in chat?
I don't know. I think it might have been just interesting.
So a woman has been shot inside the U.S. Capitol after a crowd of rioters breached the building's entry. Pro-Donald rioters started the building in the afternoon, following the angry speech delivered by the president ahead of the electoral college vote. Hours after Trump told the crowd he would, quote, never concede, rioters moved from outside the Capitol building up its steps, eventually breaching the doors and turning violent inside. The electoral vote was immediately called to a halt as the mob entered the building.
Yeah, if the picture of her is the actual picture of her, she's wearing maternity pants.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I'm assuming it's in chat.
It's in Cupcake is Angry.
Okay.
Cupcake is always angry! Okay, sorry.
My friend just texted that she's afraid that they're going to try to assassinate Biden.
Well, he's not there.
I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, they could try, but he's had Secret Service protection since he won the election.
Yeah. Secret Service is a little better than
Capitol Police.
yeah, Capitol Police who just kind of got railroaded.
yeah, there's. Cupcake is angry. Yeah, that asshole turning the podium around. Oh yeah, that is a parade of stupid. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me scroll back up. Oh yeah, oh Jesus. Yeah, that's definitely maternity pants.
Mm-hmm. She's not far along, but
we ain't never coming back from this shit.
yeah.
Like I texted back to my hubby and friends, like Americans were already considered loud, occasionally condescending, and occasionally stupid. And with this, there ain't no coming back from this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't. You can't. Like, it's like the rest of the world saw how screwed up we were, and I think a lot of mainstream Americans kind of underneath it all kind of knew that things were this messed up, but the Trump presidency really has shown people, like, yeah, our system and way of life here, yeah, it is great, but it's also a little bit duck and futz. Yeah. Just a little. Just a little.
Well, at least the National Guard is there.
Mm. I think I mentioned earlier that because my mom said, "Oh, I'm glad your brother's home," etc., etc. I'm sitting there going, yeah, but he just re-upped to the National Guard. And he's a firefighter. So, guess what? If things go south by where we are, guess who's getting called out? Possibly to put down anything and or put out the fires that the crazies are setting. Your side.
Don't even get me started. I have multiple National Guard members on my team.
Oh yeah, I totally understand, but it's like, yeah.
I'm supposed to be going on vacation, so if shit hits the fan in the next couple days, I get my vacation canceled. I'm gonna be super cranky.
Hmm.
Oh, I wouldn't. I would. Don't blame you. I would be cranky as well.
Not that I would blame them or anything. That's not what I mean. It's just like I picked the quietest time of the year when nobody had anything going on, and little by little, everything around me is hitting the fucking fan, and I'm like slowly waiting for the hammer to drop on me. I'm like middle of January, building supply company. Usually our quiet time. Checked. Nobody has any. None of my guys had any time off on the docket. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll take this week. Slowly but surely, we have drills. We have drills coming up all of a sudden for the guys on the National Guard. We're stupid busy. I mean, stupid busy all of a sudden. And if shit hits the fan nationally and my guys get called up, they're not just gone for a couple days. They're going to be gone for a month. Which means with not enough people to run the department, my vacation is canceled. My GM will just invoke his right, and I'll be back on the schedule. Literally days before I'm going to be off. Not to be petty and selfish, but
yeah, it's. I mean, I think most of us here will understand where you're coming from. We know you're not selfish or anything, and that you would go back and work, because that's who you are.
If it is, it is, but it still pisses me off because literally I'm, 4 days? I have 4 more days of work, and I'm off for 7 days. And I'm like, if this shit goes south and they get called up, my vacation's canceled. It's done.
Yeah.
Anyway. In other news, apparently Crunchyroll is going to dub Jujutsu Kaisen, which is the thing Taz was talking about.
Where the guy's cursed?
Yes.
That's all I know about it.
Yeah, Burn the Witch is getting a dub, and So I'm a Spider, So What is also getting a dub.
I know nothing about that. It just got a really cute title.
Right. I also saw they're dubbing Ascendance of a Bookworm.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it's this year, but it's this year, but I don't know if it's this winter or if it's just this year, but I saw somebody mention, they're gonna dub Ascendance of a Bookworm.
Okay.
How'd it go?
I'm gonna have Medi-Cal and food stamps.
Yay! I mean, you've done everything you can. I mean,
Yay!
it's not as if you didn't try to avoid it.
Which means if you want, I could get you into the place I go.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Well, you're going to be living in Sac. There's probably a place there you could go.
Yeah, they have all of my stuff for Woodland, so I'm probably going to end up trying to see people here. She was saying something about that there was places in West Sac or something I could go to, because since it's Yolo County, I have to go to Yolo County.
Oh, okay.
I didn't sign up for Sacramento County.
Oh, right.
So,
do you want me to look up West Sac then?
Sure.
Okay.
She said it's going to be with a partnership.
Yeah.
So it's wherever they allow me to go.
Yeah.
If I have a chance, I'm sure my parents would love me to come to Woodland for a couple of days a week. Plus, I still have a lot of packing to do. So, and my nephew is taking over my space.
Oh boy.
He already started. It was his birthday on Sunday, and he had the entire basement full of like the first string from his football team.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, bunch of linebackers. I mean, they were like,
right.
You can tell he's a runner because he's all skinny and shit.
I was gonna say your nephew's like a real limber, thin guy. So I was gonna say he's either a running back or something.
He's taller than I am. He's not 6 foot yet, but a couple of his friends are 6 foot. And considering that all of them are like 13, 14 years old.
I was gonna say, we hit him on last month. He's like, I'm like, how old are you? He's like, I'm 14. I'm like, fuck off! God damn it!
Yeah, he just turned 14 on Sunday. And he actually, in front of all of his friends, gave me a hug, let me give him a kiss on the cheek, and none of his friends made fun of him.
What a good boy.
One of his friends made a comment that his aunt was hot.
Oof.
So, yeah, that was actually kind of fun. So, and I got to have a tiny bit of cake. I wasn't actually that enthusiastic about it because, I mean, damn, the whole thing was covered in sprinkles. Like, seriously, somebody rolled this cake around in sprinkles.
Oof.
And they had Wingstop. There were like 8 different things of wings. And a giant Costco pizza.
Yeah, that's
So I was like, fuck this diet.
Well, I do know that the like weight management doctor I was seeing, she's like, every once in a while, if you have a meal that isn't great, that's fine. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. You know, as long as it's not every single meal, every single day, you know, you're gonna be fine. But also, my friend who has, oh my god, they're so big right now. Her boys are about to turn 7 and 4. Shit. And a lot of the times, because they have a Costco membership, it's Costco pizza! Yay! But yeah, she's that awesome mom because so last year they had like, because their birthdays are like February, March, like really close together. So they had it together, and one of the activities for last year was they each got a bag to pour out and dig out dinosaur bones. They could be little archaeologists. And each of their little friends had a bag like that, so they could go over to the fun table and have some fun and dig out the quote-unquote dinosaur bones.
Sounds cute.
So, it was very cute.
Interesting side note, John Ossoff of Georgia, who just won the Senate race, is one of the youngest senators ever elected. Last time somebody this young was elected was in the 70s, and guess who that was?
Our next president.
Joe motherfucking Biden. So that's some interesting coinky dinks.
Mm-hmm. Isn't he the first black senator in Georgia, too?
No, that's the other guy.
What's the other guy? I say John's a white guy if I see that right.
I know it's one of those guys.
Yeah, the other one is black. I thought. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I was watching, my husband likes to turn on the news and stuff like that before work. So
It's more shocking. It's more shocking that they flipped a deeply southern state to Democrats.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not shocking given what everything that's happened, but like,
yeah.
a lot of what you would call deep south states are flipping Democrat because the people who didn't normally get a chance to vote are now voting in droves, and will of the people.
That cop
Yeah.
took a selfie with him.
That's not good.
That cop stopped to take a selfie with him.
With the new senator?
No.
With one of the looters?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. Mary and Joseph.
I posted in Cupcake is angry.
Why do you insist on making me angry? What did I ever do to you?
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Oh, there's a response to that says they didn't breach anything, they were let in.
In some areas, some cops didn't really try.
Right.
In other areas, they were ran over.
Right.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's almost an issue of, I wonder if some cops are Trump supporters.
I thought you were posting a picture.
Yeah.
It's a video.
What's a video? Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the Cupcake is angry.
In the bakery.
Oh.
I think kind of going back to what Cupcake was saying earlier, like the staunch Republicans who aren't Trump, oh my god, Trump is the greatest. I think they're starting to go, we need to change something. And I think that's maybe part of why states like Georgia
Sorry.
that's okay. Why states like Georgia are like flipping. So historically they used to be Republican red states, and now they're like, we don't recognize our party anymore. Let's get people in who are going to get back some sense of normalcy and actual fucking politics, and stuff like that, where it's like, let's get things somewhat back to normal, maybe. Okay, thanks. Oh yeah, my friend lives in the apartments that hubby and I lived in when we were first married. And apparently the new owners have been going like unit by unit to like replace stuff that hasn't been replaced. But her heat basically would not turn off. Like she turned it on and then it wouldn't turn off.
Thermostats are broken?
Yeah, and about an hour and a half ago, she said the apartment is pushing 92 degrees. I'm sitting downstairs in my easy chair by the open door, fans running to draw the cold air inside. But at least when we were discussing it, she had a technician in there. And she goes, his response is, well, this is bad. So she said, she told him if he can't fix it, at least turn the heat off, and she'll sign the paperwork saying it's fine. Like, just turn it off.
Right.
That's it. Oh my god, turn it off.
Wow.
Does the apartment not have a thermostat?
I think it does. It's just it broke somehow.
Boiler heat? Did you guys have boiler heat? Or like?
Yeah, I think it's boiler because she said that.
Okay, that explains. I'm going like furnace heat. Like you should be able to disconnect the thermostat. Worst case scenario, and it'll turn itself off.
Yeah, because I think she said that he might have to go to the boiler room to see what is going on with that.
Right.
So
That's definitely an emergency repair if you have boiler heat and it won't go off. Like that's call a plumber like today.
yeah, she said, "Well, my maintenance ticket has been escalated. Maintenance issue has been escalated." I'm like, "Good, good."
Right.
Yeah, sometimes it's funny, like walk around carrying Baxter, and I'm like, "Dee dee 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 Dachshund, dee 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 Dachshund,
Yeah.
Dachshund Wiener, Dachshund Wiener, dee 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 dee." So yeah, he's just like, whatever. You're dancing
Right.
around, okay, whatever. It's mom. Dee 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 dee.
I might
Yeah,
have to switch to my. Oh, sorry.
It's funny because the hot sauce that I got with my rewards points, kind of like the little like screw that I got, where it came in a really big box for the size of what's in it. Like,
Right.
it's like this is like a huge ass box with a bunch of packaging in it. Like, I get the packaging part, but it's like, why this big of a box? My God.
I gotta switch over to my phone because I gotta go start dinner.
Okay.
4:00.
Okay.
Hang on. Find my phone.
Ugh. Ugh.
A lot of people in my Twitter feed are asking for the 25th Amendment to happen. I doubt
what
it, but
What
Oh.
is
Which one's that
what is
one?
the 25th Amendment again?
the removal of the president.
Oh, okay. So the removal of
But
Trump
we-
as
Wait,
president?
can I do this?
We already tried that once.
I know.
I thought he was removed because Biden's the new president.
Biden will be president on the 20th.
Right.
Yeah, but Trump can't do anything about that. I
He's
mean,
trying.
he's trying,
Declared
but he's
martial
gonna
law.
fail.
And invalidating the election results. That's what he can do about it.
Trump's trying to burn the house down.
Right.
Because he's a petulant man-child, that's why.
You're a petulant man-child.
Oh my God.
God has nothing to do with it, my dear.
But yeah, I've seen videos of cops being literally run over with the gates, and then there's this video of the cops just kind of moving aside and opening the gates and going, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Hi, honey.
With the other people in the crowd going, what?
Right. Okay. Where the hell did my mom put the thing? There it is. I gotta check.
Exactly. I'm really hoping that the one picture I saw of the woman shot isn't of her wearing maternity pants.
Really
Really
looks like
hoping.
maternity pants. And this looks like a lot of people with gear that looks like they were going to take hostages.
Yay! Hostages!
I'll be back. Hi, Mom. Yeah, hold on. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I just walked into the kitchen here.
And then there were us.
And then there were us. Who's
Yeah.
us?
The three of us.
Oh, somebody had to go? I'm not looking right now.
Mish's mom called.
Oh. Okay. I can take it. Well, I was like, what the hell's going on? I'm gonna be lazy. I know it's up here. There you are. Hooray for George Foreman Grill! I got
Abby
way
keeps
too
wanting
big
to
of
buy
a
one of
container.
those.
Right? They're nice. I'm lazy and they do a good job cooking hamburgers, so that's what I use. There we go. That one. And paper towels. Lazy.
Paper
Thanks doing it
towels.
easy. So what I figured out is that if I fold over a paper towel and put it in the grease tray, then I don't have to try to figure out what I'm going to do with the grease. I can just throw the paper towel in the trash.
Hmm.
I know.
So, did you see the thing about Trump's video to the, let's just call them terrorists?
Oh, no? What? Huh?
Well, he eventually did tell them to go home. He told them that, here's what he said. I know your pain. I know you're hurt. We had an election that was stolen from us. It was a landslide election and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. Go home. We love you. You're very special.
What the fuck?
Twitter had to label it as this claim of election fraud is disputed and this tweet can't be replied to or retweeted or liked due to risk of violence.
What the actual fuck? What the fuck?
This is our president.
I'm aware.
I mean, only for 2 more fucking weeks, but this is our president.
Right. I'm not arguing that it's our president. I'm just what?
I'm not saying you're arguing with me. I'm just very upset.
He's such a dude. He's gotta have some sort of like mental issue. Like I don't even mean that like in a derogatory sense. I mean like legitimately, he must have like early onset dementia or something. He sounds like a grandpa talking to like an upset 5-year-old. Or am I crazy?
Yes, he does sound like an upset 5-year-old. You are not crazy.
He always sounds like an upset 5-year-old.
He sounds like a grandpa. Yeah.
Okay.
He sounds like a grandpa talking to an upset 5-year-old.
Okay. Yes, that does sound like okay, yes, sorry. Blah. He does sound like a grandpa talking to
an upset child, like, right.
Yes, my wee little one, I'm sorry you got upset. I love you very much. It's time to go home now.
Okay, not that fucking stupid, but nice.
Yes. I know what you're saying.
Oh, I gotta feed you, don't I, you fucking fat ass?
Oh, your dog. Poor Rusty.
He's like looking at me like, brother, I'm hungry. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, you gotta get fed. It's 4 o'clock.
Well, we do kind of just keep sitting here.
I know, I'm sorry. I promise I'll try to be more interesting the next time we talk.
I didn't mean it like that. We should really set like a time limit or something. I should set like a timer.
Well, the problem is we just kind of meander.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like everybody has their topics that they want to talk about, so we just kind of meander. And I mean, like the biggest thing I've done lately is play Cyberpunk, which nobody wants to hear about, I'm sure.
I'd like to hear
It's a
about
good
that.
game.
Hubby's been playing Cyberpunk. I keep meaning to
Right,
play
but-
Cyberpunk.
Right. It's not the greatest game ever made, but it's good. I enjoy it for what it is. But as a 30-something-year-old who grew up with Nintendo, I keep in perspective that games used to be a lot dumber than they are now. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cold outside, I know.
And I accidentally bought a family-sized bag of corn, so we're gonna have a lot of corn.
Cool. Corn's good for you, I think.
Yeah, no, what we don't eat, I'll eat later because I need more vegetables in my diet anyway. So I'm sure my mom doesn't like corn, but I was like, what vegetable can I have with hamburgers? I'm like, corn's all right. I'm sure she's gonna be like, corn. I hate corn. I'm gonna be like, make your own dinner.
They
Love corn.
reportedly found a pipe bomb
Yay!
Oh,
Pipe
God.
bomb!
at the RNC headquarters
Woo! Pipe bomb!
and a suspicious package at the DNC.
Yay!
Oh my god.
Both have been destroyed.
Kaboom! Kaboom! Oh,
I don't live here anymore.
There's not much better places to live right now.
I know.
I mean, we gotta wait. We can't really move until COVID is handled.
I mean, you guys aren't gonna leave California anyway. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
If
to
I had
prove
the
me
money,
wrong.
I would.
Oh yeah, well, if I had the money, I would probably have a second home somewhere warmer for when the weather's like this.
But I would also have to take a lot of people with me, so I would have to have the money for that as well.
If you won the lottery, you would leave.
It would have to be one of the Mega Millions.
Yeah, you know what I meant, like Powerball.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't know if you guys have the Powerball, but that's like the big
We have
one
the
here. At
Powerball.
least right. I think our state lottery is the Minnesota 5 or something. All I know is I went in to ask. I was getting my grandma some Quick Picks. I'm like, yeah, can I get like $20 for the Quick Picks? And the guy's like, which one? I'm like, the lottery. It's like there's like 12 of them. I'm like, I did not know this. I go, I don't normally. I said, like, for my grandma's birthday, I don't normally play the lottery. So what's the big one? He's like, I don't know, Mega Millions, Powerball, go for 5, what? I'm like, I don't know.
What's so funny?
That could probably come out.
I don't understand most of the political stuff, and I don't follow it, so I try not to get involved in the conversations, or I'll just sound stupid. So, I've been looking at memes.
Okay.
I'm listening, so I'm learning.
Okay.
Screen look like it's dimming.
Huh?
Actually, I think it's just the room, huh? My screen was brighter, and now it's not as bright.
I see a Donnie behind you.
Oh, Donnie
Yeah,
boy!
he's sitting up there staring at me. Pins on the chair off to the side. He's on top of it because somebody's fuzzy Spider-Man blanket became his.
Aww.
He stole it.
Of course he did.
Even got him his own bed. that's just like a little cave. And he sleeps in it too, but he doesn't like sleeping in it during the day, even though it's warmer.
Right.
Because I'm not in the room. So he has to be with mom,
Right.
where he can see mommy.
Right.
People tell me, you don't understand what it's like having children. Excuse me? My mother had a daycare for half my life, and I have dogs. Yeah. It is much worse.
Dogs are annoying. Kids are much worse.
Rawr.
Well, when you have a dog that's so picky, he won't just go to the bathroom when you let him outside. And there's no dog door.
Right.
So I have to let him outside, but he's like, no, it's cold. So then I have to spend the rest of the day, like, if Donnie goes outside like 3 or 4 times and Pin refuses to, then I spend the rest of the day looking for where Pin peed.
Pretty much.
Which he hasn't, but I think somebody scared him because he ended up shitting next to the pool table.
Right.
But I heard him too. He goes, like something hurt him, or he got surprised and freaked out, or whatever. And I go in there.
Oh, this is for the Nespresso system.
And there's just a couple of little logs on the floor, and I'm like, what the fuck did you just do?
Right.
And so now I have to keep like extra close watch on my dog because there's a neurotic person who lives here. Not really. It's understandable. I understand that I have to watch my dog because he did something bad. He won't just go outside. It's crazy.
Right.
But he's getting used to it. It's actually a lot quieter.
That's good. Yes, sausage. I posted something and Cupcake is angry.
Of course.
Some slight levity from hubby.
What? What? Nothing's even going on. What are you barking at? Says, I'm going out back. Screw you later. Such a mutt. Okay.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And to think, when these were the Black Lives Matter protests, they were, in full riot gear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's already a meme about that. Hold on, let me see. Where did I see that? I saw that somewhere. Where the fuck did I see that? Maybe not there. Yes, it is bonkers. Complete and utter bullshit. Yes. didn't realize one of the things I got wasn't K-cups, it was the things for an espresso.
Oh no.
So I guess I can use it, but just not with my Keurig.
That's too bad.
But geez, the news is saying that aides to President Trump apparently had to go into the Oval Office and practically beg him to make some decisions, like calling out the National Guard.
I'm shocked. Shocked, I say. Well, really not
I
that
know,
shocked.
right? I mean,
Shocked.
and amazed.
Well, I don't even know if the man even like really knows what to do with himself with like 2 weeks to go. Because it sounds like all the places he was planning to go, you know, like once the inauguration hit, they all basically told him, "You're not going there." So I guess he's going back to New York.
I don't know. So
Maybe
apparently
Florida?
Someone posted something in another server about the Major General retired Paul Eaton calling for immediate impeachment and removal of Donald Trump, and Pence taking over until Biden comes in.
Yeah, they've talked about that. He won't, but they could.
I'm seeing a report that states that at least 12 people have been arrested, possibly.
Mm.
That's not a lot compared to how many people sieged, but hey, 12.
Right.
Okay, I'll be right back. Pen's barking at something.
I know. We're
Alright.
talking about too a little bit on the Discord.
Oh, I got the mail. Who's he barking at? I'm barking at the UPS guy. What's going on? You get that? Yeah. Oh, Jesus, we did. Mom must have ordered herself stuff. Somebody ordered my mom's stuff. Okay. And back to what I was. What?
This time there was a package.
A package!
A package!
I also had a package. Awesome.
My last package had these. Ah, my headphones.
Perfect. Okay. All right, Cupcake has put some dinner to, so that's good.
Oh, he returns.
Sorry about that. I didn't think we were going to run this long, otherwise I wouldn't have agreed to make my mom dinner. So I made myself a bacon cheeseburger.
Oh.
How?
Um.
Not bad.
Oh, they're literally walking around the fucking Capitol building with Confederate flags.
Right.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Nope. They're literal Nazis. I mean, most of them have the markings, the tattoos.
Yeah, but that's the thing that they do wrong. The Confederate flag is not about being a racist or anything. It's just about your heritage.
I'm not even gonna touch that one. Nope. Mm-mm.
A judge... Wait, what? Let me make sure this is true first, because it's a Snopes article. Let's link in. A judge has banned the leader of the Proud Boys from entering Washington.
Oh boy.
The leader of what?
The Proud Boys.
I've never heard of them.
They're a group of Nazis.
Basically.
Uh,
They're racist fuckboys.
Right.
They're giant Trump supporters.
Right.
Who are violent and, what's the other word I'm looking for?
Stupid?
Armed.
Hey, using flashbangs now. Woohoo!
I hate how stupid people have become.
Yeah, my mom called to see if I saw what was going on. I was like, yep.
Okay.
Like, I don't get it. I was like, well, people are stupid. And they hear what they want to hear and they believe what they want to believe. And you could have a 500-page document of truth and facts, and they won't listen to you because it's not what they believe.
I don't understand how it could be so hard to understand that we're all just people. We're all human. That's the only thing that matters.
Because
they don't
you don't
see it
look
that
like
way.
Me.
Right.
Yeah, but nobody looks like anybody.
You don't look enough like me. Sorry.
See, you're not an Anglo-Saxon, Protestant, so you can go die.
Oh no, I'm Episcopalian. Damn it.
I think I feel I'm a Catholic, quote unquote.
Yeah, me too.
What, do you want corn? Are you really begging for corn from me, you fat ass? He's down here crying. Okay, fine. Let me get a couple more bites. You can have the rest of my corn.
So I got the hot sauce today. Sir farts a lot.
I'm sorry,
You
sir,
want my
farts a
hamburger.
lot?
Yep.
Sir farts a lot. That's all I have to say about that.
Here, you want some corn? I'll give you some corn.
Democratic lawmakers say they will try to impeach Trump again following riots over election conspiracy theories he pushed.
Oh boy.
Oh, great.
Even though he's only got 2 weeks.
Giggity goo.
How come even
This
after all
happens
these
now.
years and shit, they haven't made being a Nazi illegal?
Because it's not technically illegal to be a Nazi.
It should be.
Why?
It should be because they're evil and dangerous and they hurt people.
Then you're
That would be an abridgment of your First
They're
Amendment rights.
terrorists. They're terrorists.
They're only terrorists if they act on their instincts. Until that
Most
point,
of
they
them
have
do.
their... No, they don't. That's the problem.
Then what about the ones that were beating the crap out of and killing gay people in the South?
Right. That's 5
wasn't
people out of
enough?
300 million.
So stupid.
Just remember, it's an abridgment of your First Amendment rights.
The First Amendment right is not there to spread hate. The First Amendment right is there so that we can have
That's
our
what
own
it's there for.
opinion. Not to hurt people. Not
As long
on
as you don't-
purpose.
In a
You
perfect
can-
world,
you-
no, it's not there to hurt people.
Right.
But
First Amendment protects the speech you don't like, not the speech you like.
It's a shame, but the second it
Right.
incites terror or terrorism, then
Right.
we can do something about it.
You can say that X group of people are inferior all you want, as long as you don't say you're going to go out and kill them or perform that act.
They can and say that they're going to kill them, but as long as they don't act on it, and then one person acts on it, and it's like, oh, it had anything to do with the group? Yes, it did, because they
Right.
were the one that spread the hate, and this person felt the need to do something about it because everybody else is talking about it.
Right.
So, yeah, that's an entire group spreading hate and something bad coming from it.
Right. But you can't judge people on what their peers do.
But I can judge them on their...
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about our judicial system. Like, let's say you go out and kill somebody, and I say, well, because you are who you are, I'm also going to convict your entire family, because you're one of them. I can't do that. I can only convict you. I can only bring you to trial. Uh-oh. That's an alarm. Oh, shit.
what?
I don't know if that's going to
I
focus
can't
in.
see it.
Hang on. Is it not going to focus in?
Amber Alert.
Violent child abduction.
Oh, no.
Holy shit. Yikes. That's fine. But, yeah, good times. I felt that vibrate and heard that siren. I'm like, oh shit, what?
The world we live in.
The country we live in, honestly.
Well, the entire world's not that great either, but yeah, the country we live in is not that great.
Right. I wouldn't say the entire world. That's kind of a carte blanche thing to say. There are plenty of places that are nicer than we are.
Oh, yes, there are, but there are also plenty of places that aren't.
Let's be glad we don't live there.
Yes.
Let's be glad we don't live there.
I mean, do
I
you
don't
want
wanna
to live somewhere where it's worse?
No. Especially not as a woman.
No. I want my fantasy world to become real, where everybody goes, hey, we're all human! Let's not hate each other.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
And you
fly
can
that way.
actually hate somebody just because they're an asshole. And not have the word like, oh, no, they're not an asshole, you're just racist. You know what? It would be a perfect world if I could just not like somebody because they're a horrible person. And not have anybody at all go, oh, well, you know, you're white, so you shouldn't really say stuff like that. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're not. It has to do with the fact that they're an asshole.
They're racing nooses.
So Biden tweeted about an
Mm-hmm.
hour ago, I call on President Trump to go on national television now to fulfill his oath and defend the Constitution by demanding an end to the siege.
Not gonna.
I know, right?
Maybe Pence will.
I doubt that.
That's why I said maybe.
Doubt it. That guy's is just as much to blame for what's going on as Trump is.
Okay.
Oh, I put the meme that I was thinking of and Cupcake is angry.
I will be right back. I have to pee.
Woo!
Ditto.
How many mud chips?
My mom's got the news on in the living room. Oh, where did everyone
There we go. She had to go pee too. I wanted to eat my chips.
Oh. I will go. I got your butt. Yes, I have your butt.
Scratch that butt. Scratch
So
it. Scratch it.
apparently, Ilhan Omar is drawing up articles of impeachment.
Okay.
You said it, Michael Shanks. One person is responsible for this grotesque shit show, and he will be held accountable for every drop of blood spilled. I hope you do.
Which lightsaber personality am I? That seems far more interesting than the Capitol building.
Right.
From the president comment comes from Twitter. And we have that Twitter video now, that's my understanding. An election that was stolen from us was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. Stop the tape. That is not true, and we are not airing it.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with one Twitter tweet. If these quote-unquote terrorists were darker skinned, there'd be a mushroom cloud over DC right now. I'm like, you're not wrong.
Well, probably not a mushroom cloud, but they'd be dead already.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's just be dead honest. If they were black, they'd be dead.
Yeah. They'd be shot. George Wallace. If these assholes looked like me, they would have been dead 3 times over before they got a mile from a Capitol balcony. It's like, yeah, you're right, unfortunately.
Dog's so damn cute. So is everybody but you and I skedaddled at this point?
Huh? Sorry, I accidentally unplugged myself again.
Kiki. Thank God you're not on life support. We'd really be in trouble.
Hey, just because I accidentally pulled out my fucking line once.
Twice.
Well, I pulled out the needle thing.
Tell me more about pulling the needle out, Kiki.
Right.
Anyway, what?
I said I thought everybody else but you and I had skedaddled, but I guess Mish is still here.
Well, I'm just kind of scrolling through the Twitter.
Well, when Vixen gets back, when we wrap it up.
Yeah, I'll open my boxes and then we can...
Okay. Nope. Now instead of saying woman shot, it says woman shot dead.
Yay! Well, now they're murderers. Big whoop-de-doo.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, you better be.
Well, we just got some stuff that was like just for me yesterday. And I wanted to make sure I used some of it. Because they make like sugar-free dressing stuff that's only like 1 carb if you use 2 tablespoons.
Right.
And then because I'm watching my calories too.
Right.
So I have like this whole app thing that tells me, because you can scan the barcodes and stuff.
Vixen, carbs are calories.
Carbs, calories.
Right. If you're watching your carbs, you're watching your calories and vice versa.
Yeah, but you can have something that's only like 1 carb and it's like a whole bunch of calories.
Right.
Like a hamburger patty.
Right.
I mean, you should only really have like maybe 1 of those because that's a lot of calories.
Right.
So we went shopping yesterday and I scanned all the stuff for it. And then I decided to try and make myself a grilled salad thing.
Right.
And it's chicken, 2 tablespoons of the sugar-free dressing.
Right.
Which I got really excited because this particular brand makes Caesar. And a bunch of the brands don't make Caesar.
Is it sweetened with artificial sweeteners or is it like literally sweetener free?
Certainly tastes like it's sweetener free.
Well, because there's a big difference.
But no, they use like a natural sweetener.
So it's sugar-free sweetener. It's artificial sweetener. Natural sweetener is marketing words for artificial sweetener.
Yeah. And then we got me a big bag of baby spinach with baby kale.
I'm going to warn you now, stay away from anything that uses artificial sweetener.
Particular sweeteners are bad for you, but other ones are actually not bad.
They're all bad for you.
It depends on the sweetener.
They're all bad for you.
So I'm going to try this. It's my first time trying this.
Artificial sweetener still causes a glycemic response.
This is not bad.
It
This is
shouldn't
not
be.
bad at all.
It's basically what? Greens and protein?
Yeah. And cheese. Because
not too bad.
there's we also got me because a nice snack is like a sliced piece of ham or something with like a cheese stick. It's actually a really nice snack. I took one of my cheese sticks because we got sharp cheddar for me because I'm the sharp cheddar person.
You and hubby.
I know, right?
Give me pepper jack or give me death.
Well, that's why I put hot sauce in it. And I cut up one of the sticks because that's a serving size is 1 stick. cut it up into little cubes so that it would melt with the chicken and the spinach. And then I also put the dressing in the pan so that it would all cook with that. So I just put everything in the pan and then waited for it to smell good.
Okay, well, that sounds yummy and all, but we're wrapping up.
Don't give me that look. We've been recording for 4 fucking hours.
I mean, we can all still hang, but we're done recording.
I'm gonna open my boxes. We're gonna say goodbye. We're gonna move on with our day.
So boxes. My cats are confused. I just woke them up. That is a big box.
Right? Ugh. I don't actually know what's in here. The hell did I order?
You went all out of focus. There you are.
Right, sorry. So I lean back. Okay. What? Okay, I got a tube.
A tube?
A tube!
Is it a sexy tube?
I don't know, there's something in it. Kind of see it.
Ooh, it's a
How the hell am I? Oh, there we go. That's everything.
That was a big tube for such a short thing.
Yeah. Diggity.
Oh, how pretty!
That's nice.
Ooh.
Hey.
We gotta watch that.
I'm guessing that's what's in here. If I can get to wherever it is. I just gotta get that back to the tube.
Nobody there.
Woof.
My mom!
I just gotta remember that.
I'm seeing the ghost. I'm protecting you from the ghost.
They
dog?
think that they are, and it drives me nuts.
Oh, so if I had bought the book would have been there. But I didn't buy the book because I was like, what am I spending $100 on an art book for?
I've done
If you had a coffee table.
Basically. Oh, yeah.
I think that's what my Amy Brown art book cost, was about $100.
Oh, there's like a journal? What the hell is this? It's like... Oh, it's just like a... Like
Wow.
a writing book? There's
It's
nothing in it, it's just empty.
It's a journal.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of cool.
Does anybody really do that anymore?
I don't know.
Do what?
By the way, do you want this?
That is pretty.
You can have it. It belonged to a dead woman.
Oh, okay, cool.
Jesus, okay.
No, this is what I got going right now. If you can see the title.
Ooh, one question a day.
Well, I'm
It's
never
a
going to use
five-
this.
It's a 5-year journal.
They took out
Nice.
all of her stuff, so it's
Yeah.
empty.
Cool. Yeah, I'm totally down to use dead people stuff.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Then they have like art cards. I don't know if I can get that to focus.
Mmm.
There's like... And then finally... I don't even care about the swag. All I wanted was what's here. Which is...
Yay!
It doesn't want to focus. It doesn't like the colors, but I think that's actually... Friend. Come on.
Pretty nice.
It doesn't like her color. They got the actual... Emma, Victorian Romance! And... Emma, Victorian Romance, Season 2.
Add that to the pile.
Right.
Yes.
That back in the bag. Make it easier to keep track of it. Maybe. Again, maybe not. Okay. I think that's... Yeah. Have to check it later. Oh, God!
Excuse
Pulled
me.
the muscle in my leg. Ow! Come here, you fat bastard. You go in there. And then... Okay. Stay. Good boy. Alright. Okay. Let's go this way.
Me out really quick. I can't spell Caesar.
Cesar.
Then why does it say it's wrong?
Am I missing an A somewhere? Is it Ceaser? Might be.
Maybe it just wants you to capitalize it?
Oh, probably.
This is annoying.
Because it's CESAR.
AR, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then it's just the capitalization thing.
I apparently ordered Yamada in the Seven Witches.
Never heard of it.
Looks cute.
I like how their witch hats are floppy.
That's kind of a thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Like, what the hell is this? Cyber Team in Akihabara?
No idea.
I think this one was like $2. Holy shit! I thought this was like an OVA.
Nope, we lost Mish.
26 episodes.
Oh,
I think this was like $2. Holy crap. This is either completely terrible or it's going to be completely amazing. Either way, I'm going to have to be drunk when I watch it. Ooh!
Paranoia Agent.
It's the Steelbook. So that's cool. I'm guessing Mish had to go because I hear my thing going off.
PE. Discord
Yay!
was weird.
Oh, I'm so
there
excited.
for me. Plus almost dinner time.
Yeah.
Fate, Khalid, Ilya, Prisma. What's this one called? Prisma Phantasm. I guess.
Yeah.
It's one of the movies. It isn't dubbed, unfortunately, but I already owned everything else, so I was just like, yeah, whatever. I don't think there's enough demand for this franchise anymore to dub it.
What?
Oh! Sound Euphomia, the movie, The Promise of a Brand New Day.
Mm.
We watched one of these movies, Liz and the Bluebird, same universe.
Yeah.
This one focuses on the main characters, but that was a side story. It's really weird because they dubbed the movie, but they didn't dub the TV show.
That is weird.
Right. They've been doing that a lot. Like, they'll dub one thing, but not the other. I have no idea what this is, but Kiki's gonna yell. Jungle di Akaku.
Oh, I know that! So much boob!
Look at the tan girl. Her bikini is like literally like straining at the freaking like tethers. It's like, oh god, oh god, oh god.
That has so much dancing in it.
Does it?
Yeah.
You know this one?
Yeah. I'm like...
Is it dubbed? It is dubbed. And it's on Blu-ray. Oh my god. It's an hour and a half long? Holy shit. That one's gonna be one of the nights where, like, what are we gonna watch? This.
Okay.
Maria the Virgin Witch.
Oh, that's supposed to be good.
Yeah, I think I bought a whole bunch of the, like, essentials just because they were, like, $10-15 at Christmas. And I've been realizing I don't really care to spend the extra money to get the DVDs when I'm never going to watch them at this point, so I've been looking for the ones that are just the Blu-rays. Plus, I believe you can turn the thing inside out, and it doesn't show the essentials. Or actually, the spine does it anyway, so it doesn't matter. I really hate it when they do the really ugly spines, like, you bought the cheap version! It's like, you bastards. NG Night Lamoon and 40.
The fuck?
26 episodes on one Blu-ray in standard definition.
The fuck?
It's better than that. Wait, hang on. Other direction. I have season 2.
The fuck?
What is it? 36 episodes on one Blu-ray.
I stand by my statement of the fuck.
I don't even know if this is dubbed. I didn't bother to pay attention. Wait. What? So, apparently, they dubbed...
Season 1, but not Season 2?
No, they dubbed Season 2, but not Season 1.
They must have made enough money off of Season 1 to dub Season 2.
That's so weird. Because I'm guessing Fire... Wait, 38. Yeah. So, for whatever reason, they went through and dubbed Season 2, but they didn't dub Season 1. That's funny as hell. That's so weird. I wonder why Season 1 didn't get a dub.
Because they had already released it, people liked it, so they just dubbed Season 2.
Well, this predates that whole thing. This came out in 1990. Like, we weren't doing home releases of this stuff. That's crazy. I'll have to look into that. Oh, I see. They only did one little section. English Dolby Digital dub, fresh series only. So there's like one of the OVAs they dubbed. The rest of it's in Japanese. That's whatever. Okay, that explains it. They were super cheap. I don't care. Okay. The Last Witch, Izetta?
That's supposed to be good too.
Looks good. This, I'm assuming, yeah, this is dubbed. From the studio that brought you How Not to Summon a Demon Lord.
So many good things, so little time.
Right?
Right.
Fate, Khalid, Linear, Prisma, Ilya, Vow in the Snow. This is the movie that reconnects the Magical Girl universe to the mainline SAD universe.
Oh, to the SAD universe? Fuck
yeah,
no!
The Unlimited Blade Works universe, the one where everything is going wrong in the Fourth Grail War. That's this movie.
Oh.
This is where you find out that this... not Shiro, I always forget his name. This is actually the mainline... Her brother is actually the mainline guy. And this is him basically trying to keep their universes from merging back together, if I remember correctly.
Sad. It always goes back to sad.
Right.
It does. Because that is the
cannot
real
escape
meaning
it.
of being a magical girl.
And because I'm a sucker for the design, Sound of the Sky.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's supposed to be good too.
It is good. And then lastly, Violet Evergarden.
Oh, good.
Yep. I haven't got the movie yet, but this is the TV series.
Which order are you supposed to watch them in?
I think the movie takes place after the TV series. I thought the movie was in here. I thought this was everything. And then after I ordered it, they were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, the movie's separate." I'm like, "Huh?" So I'll have to make a point to try to hunt down the movie. I'm not as worried because this is a limited edition, but the movie was just standard.
Okay. 9 new updates. Okay.
Yay! This show looks so good. I'm so excited. I think that's everything. Throw that. Do that. You can go in there. I'll clean it up later.
I can't tell if people are still in the capital or not.
I don't know.
All I know is that crowds are dwindling outside the capital and they're dispersing because it's curfew time.
Right.
Anyway, want to call it here?
I think it's probably wise given that we have 4.5 hours. Have fun editing that, by the way. Jesus.
Yeah, have lots of fun.
I didn't.
Don't lose it this time.
It's on a shiny Cupcake bot hard drive.
The one that hopefully won't die next.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, Cupcake, hard drive died.
Cupcake.
I hope not, because this is where my schoolwork goes too.
Well, that's why I bought you a black drive, because I was like, these things are almost bulletproof. And I was like, just waiting for Kiki to be like, yeah, it's dead.
And I just started a new semester.
Well, we'll hope that I'm wrong.
Okay. Bye!
See ya, kids!
Thank you once again for listening to the Super Happy Fun Jabbertron Tea Party podcast with Kiki, Cupcake, Miss, and Vixen. I did get a wee little cheek smoochie from Kiki. It was pleasant and not dangerous, since I am a tea-powered robot who cannot contract COVID-19. I hope 2021 will turn out to be a far better year for us all. Wait, what did you just say about people storming the Capitol? Farewell, my fellow internet beings.